Hey guys, it's Troy and Colton here with the top 40 custom track finale.
Yes, and in this video we will be rating the top 10.
The final countdown. Number 10. This track.
Misty Ruins.
Yes, and it just reminds me of Zelda for some reason. Actually, I know why. The first video I saw of it, the guy was using a Zelda character. He was using Link on the bike. Like a statue type of thing. But yeah, this track has actually gone through some improvements from before, and it's got a very creative design.
Right. I mean, I could see your Zelda-ish idea. It looks like this is Hyrule Field, kind of, and you're going through the castle gate at the beginning, although the town's not really there. But that's beside the point.
Yeah, but this track design is very, very impressive. I'm not really a fan of that, but...
There's One Ranch.
yeah, totally.
Go on Mountain Dew.
I don't know the names, but...
It's Death Mountain.
Yeah. Anyway, it does have some mist, as you can see, on the bottom left corner there.
Hence the name.
Misty Ruins, yes. And this shortcut used to not be possible the way I'm going to do it right here. Now that's actually faster, but the thing is, before that wall wasn't textured, you go right through it. It was so funny. Okay, we're on number 9 now. And...
Haunted Woods.
Haunted Woods, one of the oldest tracks, literally. And it's still one of the best today. Because it is so detailed. I mean, I don't even want to know how long this took to make. 7 days, right?
Right. Oh, no, 6.
6 days.
Raced it on this.
Okay. Now, it reminds you of Maple Treeway for obvious reasons.
But it has a little bit of a darker
Ghost Valley 2. Now, on the left here, there's a shortcut you can take. If you go inside that piranha, it's super difficult, but possible, or you can just cut off a little bit less for an easier way.
And this is very difficult to do. It's on the mini-map there. You basically want to chain a star to a golden.
And if you have a Magic Cruiser or another shroom, you can cut off that last corner.
Magic Cruiser is great here.
Oh, yeah. Like, literally every turn in that first, the first half of the track, you can just shave off, a few seconds, because you don't have to go around it. And, got some white chain chomps, and even the bland section of the track is pretty fun to race on.
Right.
Like, that boost panel is actually kind of challenging.
The straightaway has a ghost for entertainment.
And these bats are actually deadly. Like, I almost died right there. But yeah, if you go inside the mansion, there are item boxes, and they'll give specific items. They'll give you mega mushrooms, or triple greens, or triple shrooms. Like, it's like a set item, depending on which one you get.
Maybe a star?
Maybe.
Stars?
I'm not sure. And right there, that's a very difficult shortcut to do. You can cut off both the turns. If you have the Magic User, though, you can do it shroomless, and it's much easier.
Alright, number 8.
And this is Rooster Island.
Another island.
Yes, you will notice, guys, that there's a lot of island tracks in the top tracks. So if you guys want to make good custom tracks, put island at the end of it, because they all are good. This track is very well done. Not glitchy at all. Has some really nice design to it.
Great.
The boost panels remind me of the old days.
The old days. It reminds me, I don't know, parts of it remind me a bit of Koopa Troopa Beach.
And why is that?
It's mainly the beginning section. I mean, it's...
Oh, like the cove
right,
type
exactly.
Thing. Okay.
And you also have some parts with like a town in it. I don't know, it's like its own...
Yeah, and there's also the houses from Mario Circuit, as you'll notice here.
Right.
Now this is funny, because if you go off the middle of it, you'll hit that pipe, and I've hit that pipe at least 5 times when I've played it in Custom Track Worldwides. And we are coming to the end of the track. Now, this is one of those tracks where anyone can win and stuff, because there's so many shortcuts. I'll show you a few of the big ones right here. This one, you need 3 shrooms to do. You can see on the mini-map how much it cuts off.
Right.
And this one you probably won't know about.
Yeah, an interesting one for sure.
You can cut off that small little gap, cut off the entire turn, very useful. And yeah, there's many more, but those 2 are the ones worth mentioning for sure.
Alright, number 7.
Wario's Coliseum for the GameCube.
Alright, and I can see why it's called Wario's Coliseum. I mean, the arches everywhere, and there's a whole Coliseum below you.
Which is funny, because you're driving in the middle of the Coliseum.
Right. And, oh, nice job there, Troy.
Yeah, with those initial ramps, you can do Waluigi Stadium-like tricks, and it's a lot more difficult, though, because if you mess up, you're going to fall in the gap.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. Oh my god, this turn is just awful if you're using anything besides the mock bike or the bolt bike.
Or, well, you could probably do spin drift.
Yeah, Flame Runner works, but it's not as good. Can't take it as tight. And everyone thinks you can't trick off this ramp, because, I mean, every video I see, no one tricks off it. But
Faster trick off it?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I mean, let's see why not. And, yeah, this port right here is almost identical to the GameCube track. The only thing is, like, it doesn't feel like it, I don't know, it's a bit darker. That's
right.
my only complaint, really. The rest is just great, and I wish it was only 2 laps like the GameCube one. I love that, how it was only 2 laps.
Right, but I think when this was made, they didn't know how to do that.
Yeah, I bet they could now, but it would be a bit ghetto. That's for sure. But yeah, like a way to go from like lap 1 to 3, maybe, because it's really long. But then at the same time, custom track creators love long tracks, don't they? Now, here's another example of doing the first one, like a cool wall trick. It's easier to do the first one than the second one due to the fire. And
number 6.
now this is GCN Sherbetland, and it is the second best retro track.
Spoilers.
Yes, that means that in the top 5 there's only 1 retro track. You're welcome. Now, Sherbetland.
Alright, this port is near flawless. I mean,
yeah,
looking at everything, every detail.
Everything's perfect, except when you run into the ice guys.
You don't freeze, you just spin out.
But no matter, it's amazing nonetheless. And,
number 5.
Stroben's Desert.
Yeah. This will come as a surprise to many of you, because it's actually not in the main pack.
Yeah, it's not in the CTGP Worldwide pack yet, which has like 100 and something tracks. And, it doesn't, it's relatively new, so not many people know about it at all. But right
see
there,
all those different routes.
There's at least 6 different routes at the beginning. I'll show you about half of them, the ones that I think are like the fastest. You can even go that way, even though the arrow says otherwise. And you just noticed I was driving on nothing. Like there's boost panels on clear road. Well, that's not the end of the clear road. Check this out. If you fall in one of the holes, it's just like instant death.
Yeah, avoid the void.
Okay, I suppose. Now, this section, along with an ending section, gives me that DK Jungle vibe from Mario Kart 7 with like the platform boost panel, like, you know, one after another type of thing.
Right.
And these boulders that we just went by are actually a pain sometimes, depending on their location. And yeah, we're entering this very low ceiling section.
I think it reminds me a bit of an airplane hangar.
What?
This is the base for the aliens, Troy. They park their spaceship in the hangar.
Ah, now let's go up. Oh wait. I love that part. It's funny.
They make these... You know how they make pyramids? They levitate stuff. You know that whole levitation section? It's proof, I tell you.
You are just insane. Now,
probably.
This is a really cool shortcut here. There's an invisible cannon to the left. Now that is so hidden. You can mess around on the track for 30 minutes and not find that. And as you can see, it puts you after the avoid the void section. So that is a very cool shortcut indeed. Now I'm going to show you another one of the routes that I think it's definitely faster than the initial route I showed you. And it'll put you don't have to do that one section with the boost panels.
This is a track that you really have to go over yourself just to find everything. We won't be able to show you nearly everything in here.
Now, if you combine the 2 routes together that I've showed you, this is a faster way. Definitely want to do that. I think that's the fastest way to do the beginning. Fastest way I found.
Alright, and you have this neat shortcut here.
Yes, this is the void that you don't want to avoid. And, however, you can't do this every time, because even though it looks like I'm not using any mushrooms or anything, you need 2 mushrooms to pull it off. Like, otherwise you're just going to be stuck in the mud for a while.
Right, and it empties out right before the hangar.
Yes, so it's very large.
Oh yeah, and neat shortcut here.
Yeah, I found this one, and it's more of a glitch.
Right, it's like when the game, when the game developers make a mistake, we call it a glitch. But in real life, when something like that happens, we call it a miracle.
What? Anyways, number 4.
Right.
This is called Delfino Island.
Yes, and this track has bad memories in my head because I'm not very good at it.
This is my personal favorite when it comes to playing in Custom Track Worldwides, mainly because I normally win it.
And I don't.
No, I lap you. But anyways, those boats over there remind me when I was in the Save the Whales Foundation.
You already told this story, Troy. Remember? Situational irony.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, now this is the standard route to take, and I'm showing all the normal routes to take. And
it's really a track where if you take different routes, you can get a lot faster at it. But
yeah, for sure, because there's some very difficult shortcuts to pull off.
Right, and make a mistake on any of them.
Yeah, well, not really very difficult, but risky.
Right.
I'd say risky would be the word. And we are approaching the end of the lap. The only thing I wish they could add is make that like a drawbridge like Delfino Square, then it'd be perfect, because the design is really good. Very impressive. Now, just for a show, I'm gonna look cool by doing a little low trick here.
Right.
And now here's
this
a
is
risky
when Troy
shortcut.
gets serious.
Here's a risky shortcut. It looks pretty easy, but I've failed it many times. Just I don't even know why, half the time. But if you fail, you're gonna be stuck in the wall for at least 5 seconds.
Right. And here's Troy's preferred route.
This is combining both the routes together, and then check this out. You can skip that ramp, and that's faster for sure.
Cutting it a bit close there.
I know, right? And then you can low trick that, which is really cool. And I think that's it for Delfino Island.
Alright, number 3.
That brings us to Water Island.
What's up with all these island tracks?
I know, guys. Telling you. Just put island at the end of your track, and it will be in the top 40.
I've not seen a Koholint island yet.
Yeah. But anyways, this track has gone through some improvements, and that ramp has been changed. You can trick off this now. The overall textures for it look a lot better.
Right.
Some extra zappers added in the tunnel.
I mean, it makes it more serious for racing. Maybe not so much for just jumping around.
I mean, this track is really fun to race on. All the top tracks are just fun to race on. That's the most important part. And they have a lot of detail. Like, check this shortcut out. It's freaking awesome.
Oh, and this shortcut right here.
Oh, this one's really cool. They made the top, like, trickable, so you can tell that was intended. And then there's a ramp, so you can cut off that bridge area.
Right.
And number 2, the best of the retro tracks.
Yes. GCM Bowser Castle.
Yes, and this was number 2 as well on my top 25 video, made nearly a year ago. However, this has gone through so many changes when it comes to appearance. Like, it literally looks like a Nintendo track. It is flawless. The colors, everything about it is just...
You could basically, someone asked you, was this made by Nintendo, you'd say, most likely. I mean...
Yeah. Even that looks so awesome up there, that top thing. That's so great.
I mean,
I love it.
Granted, it is a little dark.
But so is the original, so it's perfect. It doesn't really add much more than the original, like, to the original, but it doesn't matter. I mean, there's nothing really you need to add. I mean, I know, if Nintendo made it, there'd be some extra additions for sure, but the overall track design, like, he added the Bowser there, that obviously wasn't there. Well, I think it was, but I don't think it was blowing fire.
No, it wasn't shooting. If it was shooting something, it wasn't a fireball like that.
And that fire ring right there as well. And then check this out, there's some lava pillars at the end, just like the other Bowser Castle for the Wii. And there are no shortcuts besides the one I already showed. So we are on
number 1,
Sunset Ridge! Now, this track is my favorite, obviously, because it combines Mushroom Gorge and Rock Mountain elements.
Right.
2 of my favorite tracks ever.
And it was actually made by multiple creators here.
Yes, and it took like half a year to make or something.
They were kind of working on and off too, I think.
So yes, this first section right here, this first Mario Kart 7 Rock Mountain section is really cool. Then it brings you to this mushroom section. It's very difficult to actually do well. Like, I don't trick unless there's a green mushroom coming up. I don't trick here either because it's really risky.
Right.
So yeah, it's a semi-difficult section. I'd say harder than the Mushroom Gorge section, but less hard than the Mushroom Peak section.
And there are a lot of Goombas here. I mean, you can just snipe them to get a mushroom.
Yeah, my record is sniping 7 Goombas in one race, but I only got 4 of the mushrooms.
Oh yeah, and here's the cave section here, reminiscent of Rock Mountain.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Except the pillars, you can actually trick off of them, even though I didn't show that. So yeah, that's kind of cool. They're hard to get low tricks off of, though. And this is very recognizable.
Yes.
Except boulders fall too. That's so awesome how that happens.
And then we just finished up with this mushroom part here. I mean, it's fairly long, but it's not overly long. So
yeah, I love the length of it and stuff. It's great. Now here's here's a shortcut that reminds me of that Mushroom Gorge one at the very beginning. You have to bounce off a mushroom to get back on the regular track, which is pretty cool.
And here...
Now, here is a shortcut that I discovered. You can bounce off the tip of that mushroom.
This,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, now, normally you're supposed to land on the grass and then use another mushroom, but I managed to pull this shortcut off with only one mushroom by bouncing off the tree in the wall. It's just great.
But just watch that in silence.
I know, right?
Oh, it won't be in silence for the viewers.
When that happened, I was just dying. Troy invents new shortcut number 2!
Alright, so that brings us to the end
of the top 40 custom tracks of Mario Kart Wii.
And I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it.
Now make sure to leave a comment below telling us what your favorite custom track is.
If we get enough submissions, we might make a video showing the viewers' top 5 or top 10 custom tracks.
Yes, so that would be very interesting. So I hope we get enough submissions. And until then, we will see you guys next time.
Bye!